Quiz: how much do you know about Salvador Dali? 1. Which of these books did Dalí take the time to illustrate? A. Harry Potter. B. Alice's Adventures in Wonderland. C. The Hobbit. D. Peter Rabbit. The correct answer is B. It seems perfectly fitting that Dalí would decide to illustrate Lewis Carroll's surreal novel Alice's Adventures in Wonderland. He illustrated the cover and a single illustration for each chapter, and not surprisingly, the Mad Tea Party scene includes a picture of Dalí's melted clock. The figure of Alice can be found in every image, and the sketches are every bit as trippy as you'd imagine. 2. True or false, Dalí once filled an entire Rolls-Royce with heads of cauliflower. True, in 1955, Dalí showed up at a speech in a Rolls-Royce full of cauliflower, for no other reason than that he thought their shape was interesting. Apparently, he wasn't done with the cauliflowers, and on a different date, he drove through the streets of Paris in a cauliflower-filled limo, much to the confusion of the people who saw him. But I guess confusing people wasn't exactly rare for Dalí. 3. True or false, Dalí was a notorious drug user all his life. False, as difficult as it might be to believe, Dalí was not a drug user and did not use any chemicals to induce his hallucinations. He actually managed to maintain his dreamlike state by fixating on a specific object until it transformed into something else, bringing on a type of hallucination. 4. True or false, Dalí had a strange fascination with Hitler. True, thanks to his unnatural interest in Hitler, the members of his surrealist group voted to oust him from the movement. They were pretty ticked off with the swastika that he painted on the armband of a nurse in the weaning of furniture nutrition, and they actually made him paint over it. Dalí's negative portrayal of Lenin in his 1933 work, The Enigma of William Tell, also got their goat. The group was mostly communists, but at the end of the day, they were mostly upset about Hitler. 5. Dalí once appeared on a game show. What was it called? A. Jeopardy! B. Catchphrase. C. Who Wants to Be a Millionaire? D. What's My Line? The correct answer is C. Dalí also made an appearance on the game show What's My Line in 1957 as the mystery guest that the blindfolded panelists had to identify. Dalí made figuring out his identity particularly challenging by attempting to answer yes to every question. In the end, a question about whether or not he had a famous mustache that gave him away. 6. How did Dalí's grandfather die? A. He jumped off a building. B. He fell out of a plane. C. He was shot by police. D. Drug overdose. The correct answer is A. Dalí's paternal grandfather Gal Josep Salvador suffered from mental illness including depression and paranoia. In 1886, the police narrowly prevented him from throwing himself off of his apartment balcony after claiming that thieves were trying to steal his money and kill him. Less than a week later, he did manage to jump and died after hitting his head in the inner patio. The timing was tragic. He was scheduled to go to a mental asylum that very day. 6. Which of these options is a famous and enduring symbol featured in Dalí's works? A. Sunflowers. B. Rainbows. C. Melting clocks. The correct answer is C. Ever since he painted them, scholars and critics alike have debated the meaning of Dalí's melting clocks. One theory ties the painting to Einstein's theory of relativity, claiming that the soft watches are an unconscious symbol of the relativity of space and time. 7. Dalí always loved wild things. At one time in his life, he had a pet named Baboo, which he took with him everywhere. What kind of animal was Baboo? A. A pig. B. An alligator. C. An ocelot. D. An osprey. The correct answer is C. Dalí always loved wild things. At one time in his life, he had a pet ocelot named Baboo, which he took with him everywhere, even to restaurants. When a patron at one restaurant got scared of Baboo, Dalí told her that he was really just a normal cat that he'd painted over. Sure Dalí, we totally believe you. 8. What was the name of Dali's wife? A. Rita, B. Ophelia, C. Gala. The correct answer is C. Dali's wife, Gala, had a bit of a thing for surrealists. She was said to have had affairs with the French writer André Breton, the Spanish filmmaker Luis Buñuel, and the painter Max Ernst. Ernst was supposedly so in love with her that he featured her in an otherwise all-male portrait of key surrealists. How many questions did you answer correctly? Let us know in the comments below. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and to click the bell to be notified of new videos.